This is a creature that defies every biological rulebook ever written. It is an egg-laying, duck-billed, beaver-tailed, otter-footed, venom-spur-wielding, glowing-in-the-dark mammal that hunts via electricity. These are facts you did not know about the platypus. If the animal kingdom had a create a character screen with a randomized button that got stuck, the result would be the platypus, scientifically known as Ornithorhynchus anatinus. When the first platypus arrived in England from Australia in 1799, the scientific community 100% thought it was not a real animal. Zoologist George Shaw was so convinced it was a fake that he actually took a pair of scissors to the platypus. He was looking for the stitches where some mischievous sailor had presumably sewn a duck's beak onto a beaver's body. The name platypus is Greek for flatfoot. Scientists originally tried to call it Platypus anatinus, but that name was already taken. It was eventually renamed Ornithorhynchus anatinus, which translates to bird snout duck-like. The most iconic feature of the platypus is its bill, but it isn't hard and keratinous like a bird's. It's actually soft, flexible, and feels like wet suede. It's also the most sophisticated piece of hardware in the water. When a platypus dives, it shuts its eyes, ears, and nostrils completely. It is essentially blind underwater. To find food, it uses electroreception. The bill is packed with 40,000 sensors that can detect the tiny electrical impulses generated by the muscle contractions of a shrimp. If a shrimp so much as twitches its tail 3 feet away, the platypus senses the spark and strikes. This is why you'll see them wagging their heads back and forth as they swim. They are literally scanning the riverbed like a guy with a metal detector at the beach. The platypus is one of the world's few venomous mammals, and it delivers its toxin in the most street fight way possible. Male platypuses have half-inch hollow spurs on their back ankles. While they aren't lethal to humans, the venom causes excruciating, long-lasting pain that is famously resistant to morphine. Interestingly, the venom production peaks during the breeding season. This suggests the venom isn't for hunting or defense against predators, but for dueling other males. They essentially engage in venomous kickboxing matches to win the hearts of females. The further you look into the platypus's blueprints, the more confusing you get. The platypus literally has no stomach. Their esophagus connects directly to their intestines. There is no sac of acid to break down food, they just eat things and hope for the best. Female platypuses lay eggs, but they are still mammals because they produce milk. However, they don't have nipples. Instead, the milk just oozes out of pores in their skin like sweat, and the babies just lick it off their mother's fur. In 2020, scientists discovered that if you shine a UV light on a platypus, it glows blue-green. It might be camouflage, it might be for communication, or it might just be the platypus showing off, nobody knows. When scientists finally mapped the platypus genome, they found a biological disaster zone. The platypus possesses a mix of mammalian, avian, and reptilian genes. Most mammals have 2 sex chromosomes, XX or XY. The platypus has 10. Mathematically, this means there are roughly 25 possible gender combinations, though the platypus mostly sticks to the standard 2. The platypus is a unique and fascinating creature that is an important part of its ecosystem. With its distinctive bill, webbed feet, and venomous spur, it is a creature that is both fascinating and formidable. Efforts are being made to conserve and protect platypus populations, and further research is needed to fully understand the biology and ecology of this incredible species. Hope you enjoyed this video. For more facts you did not know about animals, subscribe to the NS Wilds channel.